Hey, 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 hey. What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? These people be quick to send requests. How y'all doing? Greetings. Happy Valentine Day to you guys, man. Happy Valentine. Hope you guys had a good time wherever you was doing. Hope you had a good date and you had fun and you went to dinner or lunch or something. You got a a postcard or flowers or something, right? If not, next year. Hey, Daddy Divine, how you doing? You know me, Chelsea? You know me? Where you know me from? It wasn't me. I wasn't at the club. Hey, Miranda. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? Nisha, what's good? Happy Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. I hope you guys had a good time. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. I don't really do much on these type of days. I don't really fall into this stuff. Seen a lot of your content. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you. The second part. I posted it. You didn't like it? You didn't like it, Miranda? Happy Valentine, Lakita. I'm glad that you like my videos, Chelsea. Hope you guys are doing okay, man. I hope everything is going well. Happy Valentine's Day, Amy. Thank you so much. Hey, Orinthia. Oh, you loved it? Oh, really? Really? Oh, I didn't think that you would like it. I'm glad that you like it. Hey, Stacy. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Happy Valentine's Day. You made my day. Oh, well, thank you. You make me speechless. That's wow. I wonder why. Hey, Ada, how you doing? I wonder why. Thank you. You know, that live that I did the other day was pretty good. I think that's why I posted on. I don't post my live usually on YouTube, but I did that one. It never happened. I did that one. I had to post that one. I went to unfollow and realized I'm already. Oh, Chelsea, I got you. I got you. You got that vibe. Well, thank you. I try. I try. I don't know what vibe it is, but now I'm on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I want to talk to you guys today. I want to give you all a different perspective. I want to give you all a different perspective because I think many of us don't realize a big deal. This right here is the biggest trap that I want to talk about. The biggest trap. And this trap, unfortunately, has caught many people. And actually, this trap catches women, especially young women, younger women. The younger you are, is the best time to catch you in that trap. And many of you have been caught in this trap and don't even realize that you are still in the trap. That's why the same things are staying the same things. Orinthia, how are we doing? Thank you, Elena. That's why many of us haven't moved on from the trap. And when I tell you this trap, it's a very simple thing. You're going to be like, oh, that makes sense. Um, Many of you fall for this trap. You still fall for it. A matter of fact, it's a program. The trap is a program. Because somebody programmed your mind into this trap and you believe it. And so if you see yourself in this trap, I need you all to, thank you, Orinthia, I need you all to be aware and make a note and realize that you can't stay in this trap for long. Because the longer you stay, is the longer you get torn up. The longer you stay in this trap, is the more suck you're gonna experience in your life. So when you see that you're in this trap, please exit the trap. Now, here's a trap. Here is this trap that I'm talking about. Hi, Ada, how you doing? I think my TikTok is not moving. I don't know why. Here's this trap. Now imagine, just imagine for a second. Imagine that you went for a job at, let's say, a gas station, right? Let's say you went to a gas station and applied for a job at a regular rinky-dink gas station. And they didn't hire you because you was not, they didn't hire you, they rejected you because they said that you wasn't qualified for the rinky-dink gas station gig. When you leave that gas station gig, it screws with your mind, man. It screws with your mind. And I'm gonna break it down. It screws with your mind because now, if a gas station won't hire me, then I'm sure other companies, I'm sure higher companies, I'm sure corporate won't want me either. I'm sure people or different jobs won't want me either. You know what I'm saying? If a gas station won't hire me, well, what's the point of applying to a better place than a gas station? So let me go down to the next lower level, whatever that is. Let me go. Let me apply for this other shitty job because that's probably what I could get. And because it began to program your mind into that, thinking that that's all you deserve, that's all you can have. Now, let me tell you how this works. When it comes to this type of programming, many of you are programmed in an early state to date raggedy ass men and raggedy ass women, right? Raggedy ass people. A lot of you all start dating raggedy ass people, and here's the issue: when a raggedy person rejects you, it's a wrap. When a raggedy ass person, is it Oklahoma Carl's Jr.? Mike, I don't know what you're talking about, man. When a raggedy person rejects you, when you have someone who is substandard, when you're messing with somebody who has no character, when you're messing with somebody who has their behavior have issues, when you're messing with somebody who is not even the standard that you would like and they reject you, it's a wrap. Now you begin to question, if this person don't want me, if this person with no morals don't want me, if this person with no respect don't want me, if this person who is raggedy don't want me, then damn it, ain't nobody gonna want me ever again. Oh, you say, oh, the Carl Jr. next down. I got you. I got you. No, I got what he's saying. Carl Jr. It means that if this person right here who I was with, who was raggedy, they had no morals, they had no respect, they had no self-respect, they had no drive. If this person rejected me, then who else will want me? And so you begin to go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Next thing you know, you are stuck in a place crying. You are stuck in a place struggling. Hey, Gina, you are stuck in a place thinking that you are not worthy. You are stuck in a place thinking that you are not good enough. You are stuck in a place scared to leave that person because if you leave that person, who else is going to want you? What's up, Powder Puff? How you doing? I see it as a compliment if a raggedy person reject me. But when you are with this raggedy person, I'm telling you, because sometimes some of you drop your standard. Some of you drop your standards. You drop your standards so low. Some of us drop our standards. And when you drop your standard, that becomes your new. You know, every time you drop your standard or you lower your standard, that becomes your new standard. Seriously, it becomes your new standard. It becomes your new standard. Don't drop your standards. Don't ever date somebody that you know is not. And you know what though? A lot of you are gonna date them thinking that you can change them. And that's the problem. A lot of you are gonna date them thinking that you could change them. I just got a job yesterday at a home health job. I messed up. Finally feel like I am worth something. That's good. That's good. Those raggedy people still end up with someone after they leave. Yeah, some and listen, them people can't stay with people because they have to keep moving. Them raggedy people keep moving. They can't stay still because people are gonna begin to see their true colors. People begin to see their true colors. They can't settle down. They can't for real. We have to understand, man. A lot of you get stuck in this cycle. A lot of you get stuck in this cycle. A lot of you get stuck in this cycle, and you don't even realize. And this is why you think you can't have better. So you will keep being with the same people. You will keep messing with the same type of people all the time, and thinking that's just how it is. That's just my luck. But deep down inside, you don't really feel worthy. Deep down inside, if this raggedy ass person reject you, and I tried and I gave him or her my best, I did everything for them, I love them, and they still rejected me. Imagine if that happens, then who would you think will love you? Who do you think will love you? Who do you think will want you? Who do you think will respect you? If this raggedy person didn't want me, and I did so much, who do you think would want you? So you begin to settle. You begin to throw your tent outside and settling outside for any crap that you can have, because you know inside your mind there's a truth. We have to break those cycles. So if that person is you, now is the time to break the cycle. It's not true. It's a lie. It was a lie. Sometimes them raggedy ass person reject you. You know why they reject you? They reject you because they reject themselves. Seriously, they reject themselves. They reject everyone. Because nothing is good enough, only because they are not good enough for themselves. And you know what, though, to be honest, the way how people treat you a lot of times, it's not because of you. The way how folks treat you most of the times, hey, Miss Henny, it's not because of you. It's rarely because of you. Because people who are qualified or people who are of quality sees quality. They don't drop that standard and mistreat you. People who are of quality, hey Dietrich, people who are of quality don't disregard. They don't disrespect. People who are respectable and respected don't disrespect. It's only people who are raggedy treat you like you're raggedy too. People can only see your worth as how they see theirs. And when you understand this, and when you stay with somebody, and you know, many of you, you stay because you are trying to fight for them to see your value. You stay longer because you are trying to fight for them to see your value. You want them to see your worth. You are literally begging them to see your worth. Hey, Miss Christie, if you're going through this, stop. The reason why you stay longer is because you think one day they're gonna see your worth. You really believe this? Hey, Starburst, you really believe one day they might just see my worth. They might see my worth and they might just stop treating me badly, but they can't do it. They can't do it. You know they can't do it, right? No matter how long it takes, they can't do it. It's very hard for them to do it. It's very hard because once, like I keep saying, once you keep wiping your foot on that doormat, it's hard, no matter how cold you get, to take that floor mat and cover you to take away that damn cold. Once you start to wipe your shoes, your dirty shoes, on that floor mat, it is almost impossible that one day when you are freezing to pick that doormat up that you walked and you washed your feet on to take it up and cover you. That's how people see you sometimes. They disrespect you, they abuse you, and when it's time to love you, they can't, because that's not what you are for. That's not how they see you. Does this apply to men and women alike? As cause men date equal or lower status, while women usually date or marry equal and up in status. It applies to both people. It really applies to both. Until we're getting tired of waiting. Hey Gwendolyn, how are we doing? That's the reason I give God my best, because God is the one that gave me my best. I hear you, Gwendolyn. Long time no see. Long time no see. It's good to see you. Student, anyways, I know Kirk conscious now. What's too late, Starburst? Hey, Speedy. Listen, I'm telling you all, man. This is a trick. This is the trick. This is how they get you. Why are you balling, Taylor? This is how they get you. A lot of people out there is getting you that way, man. And listen, this is why you gotta talk to your daughters. You gotta talk to your daughters. I talk to mine. You gotta talk to your daughters, because I'm telling you, once they get into this trap, oh Lord, their life is questioned. You gotta question. Once your daughters get into this, and some of you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 30s, and you are in it. You are in that cycle right now. You can't get out. You don't look at yourself as a value. You don't see no value at all. You don't see no self-respect. You don't see no love. Hey, the Radiance Queen, how we doing? Guys attracted to me, but I'm not feeling their vibes, enjoying my own vibe. But seriously, man, we have to learn that, man. We have to learn that. So I'm telling you guys, man, when you see this, you have to know that it's a lie. See what I'm saying? When you see this, you have to know it's a lie. It's a trick that they are playing on you. It's a trick. The only way somebody who is raggedy can keep you is when you become raggedy. So they have to drop your frequency. They have to bring you down to their level. Like they have to literally, and that's why they're gonna disrespect you and call you out of your name and poke at you and disrespect you and abuse you. Because as soon or later they have to drop you to a certain frequency. Now when they drop you at a certain frequency, when you are eye to eye, You're already stuck. You can't leave. You can't increase your vibration. It's too late. Your stuff is so low that you can't see outside what you're looking at yourself like, I used to be, I used to think, I used to feel, and now you can't feel no more. You can't see it no more. You can't think it no more. You can't be it no more. You literally cannot be that person anymore because the frequency that they've dropped you down to. But you can't blame them. It's because you allow your frequency to drop. Nobody stole it. You allowed it to drop. This is why you have to be careful about what company that you are in. Black Star was good. You gotta be careful about whose company that you are in, because the wrong company will F with you, man. The wrong company will F with you. People got to drop your standards. And you know when you're with someone. You know when you're with someone. Indeed, Mr. You know when you're with somebody who disrespects you, who ignores you, who belittles you. That person is low on your frequency so that they could understand you and then you could understand them. And therefore they want to keep you right there. And when you see that happening, you're a fool to stay. Seriously. You'll be a fool to stay because you want to be in love. Because you want to be in love. You want somebody to love you. You think that that person is gonna, this is the person that's gonna love me. And you know, when your standards when your energy begin to drop, when your energy, they start from your energy. When your energy begin to drop, man, when your energy begin to lower, you know, when your energy begin to lower, hey T, you know what you are doing? Let me tell you what's happening. And I said this before I said this on a live video just recently, just now, the one I posted today. When you're with somebody and you realize that your energy begin to drop, it's because the longer you stay with the person, you are literally and unintentionally, you are separating from the creator. Because when somebody is with you and you keep being drained and frustrated and angry and miserable, what's going on is that you begin to disconnect from the creator. And so that the creator is not feeding you any more energy. The lifeline is now cut because you rather take your energy from this person right here. This person makes you feel better, I guess. See what I'm saying? Hey Natalie, how you doing? A lot of times when you're with somebody and you see your energy begin to lower and feeling terrible and you begin to hate, but you stay, you have to disconnect from the creator. You have to disconnect from God. You have to disconnect from who you worship so that you can be comfortable with this other person, because again, God and this person is not on the same frequency as you, and you have to disconnect from one to stay with the other. If you disconnect from him, you stay with, or her, you stay with the creator. If you disconnect from the creator, the only way you can be in the relationship with them is when you disconnect from the creator. And some of you are choosing to disconnect from the creator because this person, like I said yesterday, everybody has a relationship with God, and the reason why most of you have that relationship is because you feel like you could always go back to God. You feel like you could always go back to God. You could, no matter how far you go, no matter what you've done, you feel like you could go back to God. So you're quick to just say, God, hold on, I'm coming back. God, listen, I'm coming back. Yes, Mama. No. Go up to Mama. She's in the room. Okay. Okay, bye. Close my door, okay? Scared me to death. I thought it was a ghost coming in my room. the door began to open so slow. I'm like, who's this? I'm looking at him like, is this a ghost coming in my room? That's crazy. That's my daughter. But seriously, man, we have to be aware. We have to be aware. Listen, we have to be aware. You have to stop. You have to choose who you're going to be with. And you have to be aware of what you're going to be with. You have to know what you're getting into. You have to do the right thing, no matter how it feels. Some of you can't do the right things because you know of your feelings. Many of us, hey Galaxy, many of us are stuck with the wrong people with the right feelings. We have the right feelings that we want for the wrong people. And that's the problem. What's up, JP? Many of us have the right feelings for the wrong people. And those people are taking those feelings and beating you with them. They are beating you with them. They are beating you with your own feelings. And that's why you can't leave. And that's why you could always be manipulated. That's why you can always be angry. They are beating you with your own feelings. And that's why you can't, you are stuck. You are literally stuck. Can I say more? But that's really how it works. So listen, this is what the thing is, right? We mention things like, hey, be with someone, right? Be with someone. We mention things like be with someone who's equally yoked. Yeah, powder puff. Be with somebody who's equally yoked. And we hear it, but we don't know what it means. We gotta be equally yoked. Right? We gotta be equally yoked. We gotta be equally yoked. Hey Nikki. And we don't know what it means. It sounds good. And because we heard it in church. We heard it in church. Right? Yeah, Miranda. We heard it in church. Right? You're gonna be equally yoked. And we're gonna be two Christians or two Muslim or two this. That's not equally yoked. Because you can be a Christian and I could be a Christian and listen, just because I'm a there's many people call themselves Christians, but they have different belief systems. They have different behaviors. But they can say, I can pray and say, forgive me. And hey, since I'm a Christian, I can say, forgive me, and I'm saved again. Until I sin again, I say, forgive me. And until I lose my, I don't have self-control, so I can always pray and say, God, forgive me. God, hey, listen, don't judge me. Because we're quick to say, don't judge me. Nobody can judge me but God. I'm a Christian, but I do stupid things, right? I'm a Christian, or I'm a believer, or I'm on this. I do stupid things, but, only God know my heart. Only God. So is equally yoked is not really that. Equally yoked is that frequency that's equal. Equal, similar frequencies. That's the thing. Hey, happy girl. The thing is, equally yoked is your equally frequency. The frequency got to be on similar vibration so that the understanding is similar, so that the love is similar. The information flow has to be similar. We have to connect in a way where we don't have to over explain. I pick up what you are saying. I literally pick up what you are saying, and you picked up what I'm saying. I get it. But a lot of us are not equally yoked, and we can't find anybody who's equally yoked because we're just looking for an equal feeling. That's what we're looking for, an equal feeling. We're not looking for a frequency, we're looking for a feeling. And so when we get the feeling, a lot of times the frequency is off. When we get the feeling, the frequency is completely off. As long as we can feel the right feelings, it don't matter if the person is wrong for you. The person is married, but I feel this. It must have been love, right? It must be meant. It must be meant to be, right? Because so maybe, I've seen you, you feel so familiar. And maybe since I feel this way, I have never felt this way. So since I have never felt this way, it must be something special, right? It must be special. So because I feel, and I know that you have a wife at home, but I can't help it because that's just what it is, and it's not my fault. And since I feel this, I have to do something about it, because God forbid you can feel it and do nothing about it. But since I feel it, I have to do something about it. I have to act on my feelings, because if I don't, because no other men out there give me this feeling, and that's the wrong thing that we do. That's the wrong. We're looking for out here. We're looking for a feeling, man. But let me tell you this, right? When you understand, when you are connected to somebody, the frequency is what's gonna tell you what's really going on. Because a lot of you connect to people. But I'm telling you, when you connect to somebody, if you can still stay connected to the Creator while you are with them, go right ahead. But if you have to, because that intuition would tell you, that intuition would be hitting you in your head. Hey, stop. Hey, I said stop. Hey, I said stop. Hey, I said stop. The intuition would be hitting you. Pop, pop. I said stop. Don't do it. But everything feels good. But I said something's off. Don't do it. Because it would be off. It would be, the law of least effort. I don't know if you all read this book before, and I read this book in my book club the other day. Hold on, give me a second. I read this book a few months in my book club. My book broke. My daughter broke my book. It's called it's called The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. And I don't know what I just said. I said the law of least effort. The law of least effort is actually a spiritual law. Can I read it can I read a couple pages, please? If you all don't mind, can I read it? Can I just read a couple pages? So that I want y'all to understand what this law of least effort really is. Do you mind if I read it a little bit? It's only like 2 little pages, okay? Can I? Indeed, indeed, indeed. The law of least effort is a spiritual law. It's actually, so this is the 7 spiritual laws of success. The law of least effort, the 4th spiritual law of success, the law of least effort, is based on the fact that nature's intelligence functions with effortless ease, with carefreeness, harmony, and love. This is the principle of do less and accomplish more. When we learn this lesson from nature, we easily fulfill our desires. If we observe nature at work, we see that the least effort is expended. Grass doesn't try to grow, it just grows. Fish don't try to swim, they just swim. This is their intrinsic, Lord have mercy, intrinsic nature. It is the nature of the sun to shine, and it is the human nature to make our dreams manifest into physical form, easily and effortlessly. What is commonly called a miracle is actually an expression of the law of least effort. Least effort is expended when our actions are motivated by love, because nature is held together by the energy of love. When we seek power and control over other people, we spend energy in a wasteful way. When we seek money for personal gain only, we cut off the flow of energy to ourselves and interfere with the expression of nature's intelligence. We waste our energy chasing the illusion of happiness instead of enjoying happiness in the moment. Attention to the whims of the... Listen, there's a couple more laws on here that if you read those things, you will understand a lot. The law of least effort, it means let nature do what it does. Let nature do what it does. Let nature be what it is. Let it be. Let it be simple. The problem is, the issue is, we are trying to force things. We are trying to force ponytails. We're trying to force these spandex pants on. We are trying to force relationship. And every time we're trying to force these things, it turns into shit. You ever try to force gas and it turns into... Everything that you try to force, it turns into something. Thank you, Stacy. Hey, Fierce, how you doing? Second hood check. What's good? When you try to force these things, it turns to shit. You're trying to force your ponytail. You ever try to force your ponytail and your eye just bug? Your forehead is just you don't know what you walking around. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? You know everybody looking at you like, why are you surprised? What is really going on? And you forcing it, right? And there's only one little hair, isn't it? It's only one little hair is just in it. Everything is out, but you still for. What is everybody looking at me for? What's wrong with y'all? What you looking at? What you looking at? Oh, I thought you was talking to me. Then you forcing your pants on. You dancing with your pants. You jumping in your pants and pulling it up. Oh, shoot. And then you gotta wiggle. Like, listen, when you gotta wiggle in your pants, it's so tight. Get a bigger pants. Just get a bigger. Don't force. Listen. I did this challenge once. The challenge was this. No, for the next 7 days, no forcing things. If your ass is too big for the pants, get a bigger pants. Don't wear it. If you gotta wiggle and dance and twerk in it, and you gotta jump and, you know, dance to Beyonce, to Beyonce song in it, get another pants. Seriously. Man, forcing folks to behave is the worst thing that you could ever do. If you gotta force your hair in a ponytail, just wear it down. Just let it, just let it down. Just leave it alone. It just gives you a headache. You see what I'm saying? If you're gonna force a relationship, just be friends. Matter of fact, don't even be friends. Listen, let me just block you real quick. For the next 7 days, don't force anything. Whatever is not going in your direction, just leave it be. And then you might meet the ones that's going towards your directions. I promise you, when you stop forcing things, you meet the ones that's for you. When you stop forcing all these things, you meet the people and the things just for you. I promise you. But when you are forcing things, you're missing everything else. You're missing the ones flowing in your direction. It only hurts you. You're missing the things because you are trying to hold on to something that's not even yours. And you miss everything else. For the next 7 days, don't force your ass in no tights. Leave them tights alone. They ain't for you. Them tights is too small. Lord, your ass grew too big for the last. You still. Oh, I could fit this pants for the past 7 years. You gained 17 pounds. You know the pants they ain't pants anymore. The pants ain't yours. Give it to your daughter. That pants is gone. Well, I'm still the same. No, you're not the same size. Let shit go. Lord, let the thing go. Let that stuff go. You gained 17 pounds. Okay, get a bigger pants. See, stomach hurt. What's up, Sugi? I'm serious. Some of y'all been forced in the same relationship for the past 17 years. That's why you got gas. Miss Ouchine. You've been forced in the same person and the same relationship for the past 17 years. Now you have gas all the time because the person just making you shit. Is putting you through shit. So you got all this gas. They're putting you through all this hell, all this shit coming out, and you don't understand. Why I don't understand? I need to cleanse. You need to leave. I'm serious. It's time to leave. What you all there for still? You forcing a man to the right, like you don't even force your son to be right. Your son, let me ask you a question. Your son make a mistake and you spank his ass. You know better. Your man make the same mistake 4 times and you still stay. Come on now. Your woman make the same mistake 7 times and you stay ain't going away. Come on. It don't make no sense. My son do that. Hey, I told you once. Yet you will give a grown man more chances than you give your own son. Listen, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, though. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. This is not for me to hurt nobody's feelings. I ain't judging nobody. God knows your heart. I ain't judging nobody. I'm just a messenger, man. You know, sometimes this job sucks, you know. I'm just a messenger, though. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. I don't know who I'm sent by, but I'm sent. Well, listen, we don't judge, right? Well, listen, we don't judge. Hey, Brempy. I'm telling you, we give our son one chance, but have a grown man in the bed every single day, having to ask him the same questions, to do the same crap for you. That's not cool. That is not good. That is not it. These men and women, I promise you, man, we doing exactly what we could get away with. And only a raggedy ass male or females who do that. Y'all don't mind me talking how I talk, right? What's up, Rescued? When a man shows you who he is, you gotta believe that they're a man. Ain't that true, Nadine? You gotta believe. But I can tell you this, man. I can tell you this. The moment you begin to separate from the Creator just to stay with someone, to feel better staying with someone else, is the moment you begin to die. People are judged and they lack the self-awareness. And they are afraid to leave The vision that I already know they are in. Speak your mind. Indeed. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you. Hey, Alyssa, how are you doing? Hey, Alyssa, darling, how are you doing? Totally understand. I've been with a woman once. I wish I knew you in my 20s. Thank you, Gwendolyn. Thank you. I've been with a woman once, and this is how I speak from experience. I only later on in my life is when I learned why I was doing what I was doing, and talking to other men and seeing other men doing it too. I click. I've been with a woman once and a few times, and I realized every time I'm with her, me and God got a bad relationship. Hey, Kitty. I realized when I'm with her, me and God has a terrible relationship. When I'm with her, man, the way I cuss was different. And I never really cussed. Never really spoke the F words and the mother effing words and the B words and all that. I never was, even in my worst days, my mom raised me to don't use those languages. That's why I never did. But I realized when I was with her, man, God was just so far away. You know what I'm talking about? God felt so far away. Every time I went with her, God just felt far. You all know what I'm talking about. You all know what I'm talking about. Every time I'm with her, God felt so far. My spirit was annoyed. You all know what I'm talking about? You all know. See, you all lucky. You all never been in these situations. You all never been in those situations. My spirit was annoyed. God dang it. I was anxious. You hear me? Anxious. I was agitated so easily. It's like, where's God? Where's God at? Like, what's going on? But I never understood. I had to disconnect from God to be with her. Because you know why? You know what I realized, man? From the beginning, my intuition, my feeling was like, Kirk, I know she bad. I know she bad, Kirk. Kirk, she bad as hell. Oh my Lord, she bad. She bad. She bad. But something ain't right. Unsettled, right? Something ain't right. I was like, something ain't right, but she was bad. And I was lonely. I just went through my divorce. I needed companionship. I needed my stuff serviced. I needed some attention. My divorce was whooping my ass. I was lonely. Something was like, don't do it. But I realized, man, when I went to that woman, man, something left me. I had to disconnect from the Creator to be with her. Some of you have to disconnect from God, and that's why when you leave that person, seriously, yeah, Gerald, for real, like it's real. Let me show you how you know that you disconnected from God. Now I know this sounds crazy, but let me tell you how you knew when you left God to be with them. When you come back to God, God said, "Hey, my standards are not the same. That's that standard. Fix yourself." Before, God, hey, fix yourself. Don't come over here with this nonsense. Fix yourself. All that energy, all that anger, all that, no, fix that stuff. That stuff is not here. Don't be with. Is that the Creator said? Don't. You can't be with me like how you are with them. You can't be with them like how you are with me. It's not the same. You realize when you was disconnected from God when you came back and you had to start over. You have to start over because now you have to start going back to the gym. You have to feel love again. You was hurt. You was insecure. You was this. You was very angry. You drinks toxicity. Your body was drained. You was tired. You accepted defeat. You felt like you was done. That's how you knew you detached. Because you couldn't stay attached to God and still feel comfortable over here. Who have walked in it with Ableton. Indeed, with the greatest queen, indeed. So I got tired of being woken up by the Jehovah's knocking, asking if I found Jesus. So I answered the door nude and invited him. Ask them to find that. Hey, Nita, how you doing? You feel, Corey, you feel depleted. This is how, and you know what though? You feel this way. Many people feel this way, but if you, the longer you stay disconnected from God, man, is the more you suffer. Because you realize if you are disconnected from God, you realize that that person will never be able to reciprocate the love that you give them. Indeed, truth is truth. Indeed. You realize once you are disconnected, because the only people that you have to disconnect from God for is the ones who are not connected to God. Think about it. Raj B, how you doing? The only people that you will have to disconnect from God for is the ones who are not connected to the Creator. And so when they are not connected to the Creator, the only source of love is them. Your source of energy is them. Your source of happiness is them. Your source of life is them. And when they're in a bad mood, your life is terrible. What's up, Zoe? When they are angry, your life is terrible. When they're miserable, your life is terrible. When they don't feel when they don't feel good, your life, because your source of energy, they feed you they feed you. It's never reciprocation. It's never done because they cannot give it to you. So you have to learn when you feel like I'm giving all, I give my all to have just one more night with you. When you're giving your all and you see that nothing is coming back, it's because you don't know where it's going. Let's get this straight. When you're giving your all, right? I want you all to understand this. When you're giving your all, and it's not coming back, it's because it's not coming back. It's because that person, the vibration of that person, cannot reciprocate that. Energy could only come back from where it sends and connects to. Only when it connects to that source of similar vibration, it can come back. Let me say it again. Only when the vibration is similar to what you are given, when the vibration is similar to the person that you are giving it to, when I send it, it returns. They can give me back, they can reciprocate. But if the frequency is different, the frequency is not touching them. It cannot penetrate them. It's not affecting them. So they don't know what the hell you are sending. But I love you so much, I give you everything. They cannot recognize it because they do not understand that level of frequency. It's not their heart is completely closed and they cannot have access to it. No matter how much you give it, it goes straight past them. It goes straight past them. They can never experience your love. I don't know what they experience. It's never enough. Have you ever give to someone, but it's never enough? It was never enough because the person is on a different frequency. It's like the rock. It's like the rock. That rock. And it's not that they're demonic. It's not that they're demonic or say this. It's just that their frequency is not on the same. They're not on the same vibe. They're not on the same. They're not on the same frequency. They're just not on the same. We're not vibrating on the same level. And since I'm not vibrating, they don't understand. You don't understand If we're not on the same frequency, you cannot understand what I'm saying. You can hear a noise, but you can't know. The noise makes no sense. Have you ever been talking to your partner? Lord have mercy. Tell me if you can relate. You had a partner or you have a partner, but nothing that you said is understood. Anybody? I know you all know what I'm talking about. I know you know what. Hey Jesse, I know you know what I'm talking about. You ever had a partner or a friend or somebody in your life that no matter how you speak, nothing is, they're looking at you like, different frequency. It's not that they want to disrespect you. You there right now? It's not that they want to hate you. It's not that they don't like you. But the vibration, you're on two different channels. So if you raise your voice, it doesn't make a difference. Only when you raise your voice, they know that you mean something, but they don't know what you mean still. You can turn your volume up, but if you don't understand the language, oh my, somebody shouting and screaming in the name, but it doesn't hit. It doesn't, it still don't hit. Hey, Shorty Mac, there's no comprehension. It doesn't hit. You turn, you turn the volume up, it's screaming. It does. Okay. Now they're scared and they're gonna act like they're doing something. And then you turn the volume down, they still don't get it. You get angry, they don't get it. You get happy, they don't get it. We all have that. We all have experienced that. And what that shows you is that you're on two different vibrations. And it's easier for you to lower your vibration than for them to raise their vibration. It's easier for you because you've already been in that lower vibration. You know what? If you have memory of it, so you can drop, go off. You can go off quick. But then they can't raise theirs until something special happens in their life. They get promoted. Right? Right, Miranda? They get promoted. They get some good sex. Oh, when you are having sex, they can hear. Because you know why? Let me explain to you why. Listen, if you have... probably shouldn't say this. When a man is having sex, his vibration increases. Women too. I don't know if you all knew this. When a man is having sex, his vibration increases. When his vibration increases, he listens differently. He does. That's what sex does. Sex increases your vibration. It does. That's why some people are addicted to sex. People are addicted to it. Some people need it on a regular basis because that's the only time they feel pleasure. That's the only time they experience a higher vibration. That's what sex is. Sex is a higher frequency. That's what in sex, in the actions of sex. Yeah. In the actions of sex, what happens? Your frequency goes up. And then when you're about to release, that's why there's this. That's why your whole body, it's because of a frequency change. You are shifting. You all didn't know this? That's how people make babies. You all know how people make babies, right? You know how high your frequency gotta be to make babies? You know how high your frequency gotta be to create a child? Do you understand this? You have to do something, increase your frequency, do it right, and the child is born or conceived. Because it's a frequency shift. You are creating life. You can't just create life. No, your frequency, you're sharing. Listen, an orgasm is one of the closest things that people can feel to God. You all don't know this? Man, come on, man. Come on. Let's talk. I thought we were talking. An orgasm is one of the closest thing that gets you in that frequency of God. Your favorite feeling, Kitty? An orgasm. You have it. That's why it feels so different. And so as you are having sex, if you will realize that a man will listen more while you're having sex, he will promise you more things too. But when the sex is finished, he forgets. He went back. He went back. Man, what? Yeah, shoot. Come on now. I said that? Yeah, I remember saying that. It's real. It's real. Hey, Nanny Puffins. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Nanny Puffins, you are always, man. You are always giving. Thank you. I appreciate it. When you feel like you are talking to someone and they don't understand you, don't get mad, because you can't anger yourself into having the same spirit. You can't. Anger do not increase your frequency; it lowers your frequency, and that's when they understand you. They understand your anger because that's the frequency that you're in. That's the frequency that they're in. So they put you towards anger. They put you towards depression. They put you towards all these emotions. Because that's what they could understand the emotion. The emotion speaks to them. Do you understand me? The emotion is what speaks, not your words. When they see you sad, that's what speaks to them. Is the anger, is the emotion, because remember, I speak fluent energy. They too. Them too. Everybody speaks energy. So when they see you in all of your emotions, they can tell how you are feeling and what you really want to say. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? So it's not your words that they listen to, it's your energy. And some people will keep you in that and those emotions just to see, well, she still care. He still care. Let me make her jealous. Oh, she's jealous. She still care. Oh, she's angry. She still care. Oh, she's yelling. She still like me. Does that not make sense to you guys? It's not the words that you are saying. That's why you communicate differently. People on different frequency speaks differently. That's why they speak differently. Some only focus on your emotions. But it's not really a game. It's just what they know. It's not listen, it's not even their fault. It's just what they know. You remember we all had low frequencies at one point. We use emotions to manipulate people. We use emotions to tell our mom, I'm mad and I want this. People are, all of us are narcissistic. That's why we all are narcissistic. All of us. We use emotions to manipulate and to control. And they understand your emotions. No matter what you say, they don't get it. But how you feel and how you react is when, oh, you mad now. Let me chill. Oh, you're crying. Let me chill. Oh, you this. I know you're good. Learn that. Learn that. Some people get you in a trap. Some keep you in a trap. Because in the trap, they get your energy into a certain space. And once they get you to the energy, you ain't going nowhere. Do you know, I've always tell people, there's so many different lives out in this universe. And certain energies are trying to get you at a certain vibration so that they can take over your body too. I don't want a man now. You see why I love God. God is on perfect level with me. I see you. I see you. That's why it never goes nowhere. Indeed, Speedy. Most response is based on what they can gain. Once they realize they have what they want, then they switch up. When you're talking about possession and all them stuff, you're talking about possession and this and that and this and that. If you look at, I want you to look at yourself for a second, okay? As I speak, just look at yourself. As I speak, just look at yourself. At certain vibrations or certain frequencies, certain vibrations that you are in, it's easier to be manipulated one way or the next. If you are in a way of a low vibration, you're angry, you are sad, you are emotional, you are grieved, you are grieving. It's easy for something to move in and to take it, to grab a hold. That's why you can't get out of it. That's why depression is like it's hard to get out, because certain energies wait because they want to experience this life. They want to experience life just like you are. See, you don't know how blessed you are to experience this life. That's why you are complaining all the time. That's why we complain. You don't know how blessed you are. There are some things out there that are trying to live your life. And so they're looking at you and they stick very close. They see, and they're looking. Because they can't get into you at a certain vibration. So they wait for you to drop. And once you drop to a certain vibration, they capture you. And it's hard to get out. It's hard for them to leave. They don't want to leave. Depression, cancer. You see them things? Them things ain't leaving you. Because once they are in, they make their bed there. And until you raise your vibration, but it's so hard to raise your vibration because they take over your mind. It takes over your body. It takes over your feelings. You become a puppet. They act up and you move. And then if you look at the other side, have you ever just went on a very high? Have you ever lost control in a high space? Have you ever left and just went high? Have you ever been taken over by things that you don't understand, but in a good way? Listen, Have you ever been praying or meditating and you just went really high? And you're like, oh shoot, because something take over. Listen, there are things, there are energies out there waiting to take you over. This is why you must be careful. You must be careful. You must be aware. You must be intentional with your energy. Because I'm telling you, if you are not, something will take it. Something will be able to manipulate your energy or you. Many of us, we just over here complaining about life, and or we with people, we with men and women who drop in our vibration, and every day we drop and it drop and it drops and it drops, and one day when depression hits you, that energy of depression, that spirit, whoo, it take. Has anybody ever been here depressed? Or is anyone here depressed, or have been depressed? Has anybody been depressed? I know somebody have. It's an energy. It when it take you is you feel so low. You can't feel your life anymore. Like life just seems so lost and it seems so pointless. Hey Tori, it seems so poor. It seems completely gone. You have no hope, or your hope is gone. But you don't want to, you don't want to do anything crazy because people still love you, and you don't want to embarrass nobody. You don't want to embarrass yourself, and it's a very strong, and it's something that's taken over. Because we allow things to get to us. We allow things that we can't control to take us over. We allow things that we can't control. Exactly, Orinthia. Took me a year and therapist to get back to myself. I'm telling you. You feel like a sack, man. Listen, you feel like you're walking, like a walking zombie. This is why you have to be careful. And one of the quickest way to get you there, man, is to be with somebody who's there too. Jesus, Lord, thank you, Nikki. I mean, thank you, Fun Star. It hits hard. It hits really hard. This is why you have to be mindful of that space that you are in. You have to be mindful of of the presence that you are around. You have to be mindful of your company. Empress, how are you doing? The company that you keep. People want your company to be very low because those people who want to abuse you and disrespect you, who drop your frequency, those people are already taken over by those energies. And I ain't talking about, what's up, Jake? How we doing, man? And I ain't talking about no scary stuff. I'm talking about reality. His heart is right here. You know how many times I could tell you some stories, man. Listen, one night, man. All joke aside, I mean, this sounds weird, and I probably shouldn't talk about this, but some people don't believe in this type of stuff, and you don't have to believe in it. It's good that you don't believe in it. Good, but I'm just telling you Can I tell you my experience though? 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I met this lady online. Not met her like that. She said she want to be my friend. Okay, let's be friends. Nothing, nothing really friend. Just, hey, let's be friends. Hey, you good? All right, I'm good too. Good for you. And she's like, but she talk. I'm like, hey, no, not that type of friends. I don't, that's not what I'm, listen, just leave me alone, okay? One night I'm sleeping. I mean, it's in your sleep too. It's your sleep it's your sleep, man. Especially certain things work in your sleep. It works best in your sleep. One night I'm sleeping. This is 2 years ago. I'm all the way in Estonia. That person is all the way in a different country. And in my sleep, I just saw my sister. And my sister told me in my sleep, she said, hey, you okay? You're going to be okay. Think anything of it. And when my sister left, I'm still there. I'm still aware, but I'm still sleeping. And that person came to me. And when the person came to me, I began to fight. I began to see I'm sleeping, but yet I'm seeing my room. So I know I'm awake. I'm fighting this energy, this person, this thing. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm fighting, I'm wrestling, I'm wrestling, I'm wrestling. And finally it left. And when it left, something strange happened. That lady texted me, Kirk, you okay? This is 2 in the morning. Why are you asking me if I'm okay? So I never respond. I never responded. Yeah, Rachel. I never responded because I knew. The thing is, my sister had just came from that country that I knew she lived in. And so I saw my sister. My sister came to me and I knew it was from her. I knew who it was from. And I was like, oh my Lord, I can't believe she tried it. And she keep texting me, you okay? I never respond. I still haven't responded to them now. Then after she see I wasn't responding, she found my sister. I don't know how she found my sister. My sister was like, yeah, Dwayne is okay. So my sister called me. She like, hey, this person tried to get a hold of you. Hey, no. Block her. Block her right now. But why? I said, just block her. She blocked her. She went to my brother. Hey, is your brother okay? Why are you so interested in knowing if I'm okay? And listen, some things need to know that they got you. They need your feedback. I don't know if I'm sounding crazy to you guys, but just know I'm not crazy. Trust me, I'm perfectly fine. Some things are checking up on you just to make sure that what they sent to you worked. Gwendolyn, some things, you ought to understand, some things are checking up on you just to make sure that what they sent to you worked. Sometimes when you see that happening, don't respond. You will never know if it worked or not. You will never know. You will never, ever, ever know. Some people check up on you. Hey, you okay? Perfectly fine. I'm great. How about yourself? You sure you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Why? Why? Why are you asking if I'm sure I'm okay? Why? You gotta be careful, man. But if my energy was low, I would have lost. If I was in a bad mood, I went to sleep mad and angry, I would have lost. Because those things use those emotions to get a hold of you. That's why you can't listen, you cannot let the sun go down in your anger. You all don't understand. You can't allow the sun to go down in your anger. Listen, before the sun goes down, forgive everyone. This is real. This is real. Forgive everyone who have hurt you. Because it's not worth it. Release audio. Listen, forgive everyone. Forgive the one who angered you. Forgive the one who hurt you. Forgive. Don't let the sun go down. Because I'm telling you, that sleep is very sensitive. That sleep is very sensitive now. That sleep is sensitive. When you are sleeping, you are easily manipulated. This is not the first time. One day I met this lady online on TikTok. No, I didn't meet them like that. But she followed me on TikTok. It's true stories. I've been attacked a lot since I've been doing this, by the way. I do this a lot. So when people see me doing this, they think that they want what I have. I don't know why. I don't have anything to want. People see me doing this all the time. They see me talking in a certain type of way. They see my energy and they want it. They want it somehow. I don't know. They want it sexually, physically, emotionally. Or they want what I have. Whatever that is. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. But anyways. Hey, Sami. And this lady, she followed me. She came to my videos. I'm like, hey, you good? But I never really felt her like that. So, she used to send me messages. I never really responded, about she likes me and stuff. I'm like, hey, chill out, man. This is TikTok. I got somebody already. Relax. I'm not curious. And one day I went to her live. I just went in her live, right? I went in her live and she was doing manifestation. She was doing a manifestation class. And somebody in the live recognized when I came in the live, and somebody was like, "Oh my God, that's Conscious Kirk. Ooh, I want him. I wanna." Somebody said, I don't know if they were joking or not. I didn't take it serious. Somebody said, "Ooh, I want to manifest him." And the way how she responded, because she was the one on the live, the way how she responded was so angry. She's like, "No, you can't have him." So I'm like, let me leave from this live. This is weird. Listen, I said, let me leave from this damn life. But she mentioned, I'm going to get him. I said, oh, no, you're not going to get me. Anyways, I think it's about 2 nights later. 2 nights later. Why am I sleeping? Got my wife on the bed. My daughter was a baby at the time. She was about a couple years old, and she's on the bed. My daughter's just sleeping in the middle of us. My wife here, I'm here, and my daughter's in the middle. Why did she come to me? She didn't even disguise her face. She didn't even change her way she looked. She came just as she is. And she was in my room. True story now. I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't understand it, you don't get it. If you don't think these things happen, you will never understand this. She came in my room with my family sleeping. She said, "Hey, come here." I said, "No." And she said, "If you don't come," and she looked at my wife and my baby. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. That thing, it took me a bit. It took me. I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You better come." She said, she looked at my wife and my baby. I was like, "What?" I said, "You better get out of here." And I tried to wake up, but I couldn't. I couldn't wake up. So I'm like, "You better leave my house. You better leave my house right now." And I tried to get myself out. She's like, "You're not going nowhere." I said, "Oh, shoot. Yeah, this one is kind of strong." I was like, this one is kind of strong. This one is very strong. Oh, shoot. But I was able to get rid of her. But I had to do some things when I woke up. I had to do some things. I had to call a friend of mine. I'm like, "Hey, how do you do this?" And she told me how to do it. And she said, "Hey, listen, from then on," I think she reached out to me a couple times on different accounts. I'm like, I don't respond. I don't talk. I'm not curious. Blocked on everything. Don't talk. Don't text me. Don't talk to me. No conversations. Did it work? She will never know. It's crazy, man. I am so happy. I am so happy that I really practice what I preach. I don't let the sun go down in my anger. Actually, I don't even get angry, really. I don't let the days change on me having forgiven you. Whether it's my family, my friends, my neighbors, I don't hold on to no grudge. Because I'm telling you, once them frequency is low, once them frequency drop, it's easy. You become an easy target. You become a very easy target because they dwell on vibrations. And those energies, or like you call them emotions are based on energy or based on something. Anger, resentment, and all them stuff, it comes with is a certain vibration. When we're dealing with all these emotions that you be sitting in these emotions and you sit there for hours and days feeling scared and fear and insecure and sad and all them low vibration, oh, you're an easy target now. You could be easy to control. How do I begin to feel that and truly forgive? It's not a feeling. Yeah, Orinthia, it's not really a feeling. Forgiveness is all about, I don't want to carry what you have anymore. What you gave me wasn't even mine. I took it. I don't know even why I took it. But what you gave me ain't mine. I don't want it. So therefore, I'm giving you back. It's not a feeling, man. What's up, true extracts? Forgiveness is not a feeling. It's an understanding. It's most an understanding. And it's an understanding with you and yourself. Listen, I don't want to, sometimes you got to talk to your spirit. I don't know why I'm talking. I don't know why I'm saying all these things. You got to talk to your spirit. See, we don't talk to our spirits. And when we talk to our spirits, we are so timid that our spirits don't listen. You have to be, you got to talk to your spirit. Hey, listen, when you talk to your spirit, you got to listen. Hey, listen, I rebuke that. You see how Christ even said out loud, "I rebuke thee, get the behind me." You have to speak. And I ain't talking about in that format. But you got to speak to your spirit. That's how you begin to break soul ties. That's how you begin to break certain energies. That's how you begin to, man, listen, you got to speak. You got to tell your spirit, hey, from today on, do not allow this energy to come near me. Listen, seriously. Your spirit gotta hear you, and it has to know that you mean what you are saying, not just your ego. It has to know that you mean what you are saying. It has to know. So if you were timid talking about, yeah, God help me, no, you don't mean that. You gotta make your declaration clear. You don't mean that. You don't mean that. You don't mean it. It's like telling your daughter, hey, don't touch that. Shoot. Have you ever tell your kids? Have you ever tell your kids, hey Rena, have you ever tell your kids, hey, don't do it? What they gonna do? What's up, Ty Soul? How you doing? You tell your kids don't touch it. What are they gonna do? Am I freezing up? Thank you for the gift. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki Love, for the gifts. Can you all hear me? TikTok, can you all hear me? Man, I'm telling you, listen, you gotta speak to your spirit, man. You gotta speak to your spirit. You gotta speak to your spirit, man. You gotta speak to your spirit. You know, when it comes to breaking soul ties, especially breaking soul ties, sometimes you gotta give your spirit directions. Hey, anytime you feel this, because let me tell you about soul ties and those type of stuff, right? Here's the thing about soul ties and stuff. Those people, you are so connected to them energetically. You have a bond because you have a bond with these people. People that you have dealt with, people that is in your life, people that you have slept with and you have these strong feelings for. You have a bond with them. And so every emotion that you experience strengthens the bond. Every emotion, because emotion is fuel, emotion is gas, emotion is energy. So when anytime you feel an emotion, it strengthens the damn bond. It strengthens the bond. Every time you have an emotion, the bonds strengthen. It's not just if you are happy with them or if you feel good with them. If you are angry at them, the bonds strengthen. Remember, anger is an energy. If you give it energy, it grows. Whatever you give energy, it grows. I think some of you think if you give it anger, it dies. It doesn't die. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Yasmina. If you give it sadness, it doesn't die. It strengthens too. If you give this thing right here, resentment, it feeds it. It gets stronger. So when you're messing with these people and you mad at them and you giving them, it makes it stronger. It makes the bond. So when you talk about soul ties, every time you have or you react to your emotions, the bonds get stronger. That's why it's so hard to get rid of. That's why it's so hard. The only thing that breaks this bond when it comes to soul ties, the only thing that breaks this bond, because what? Soul ties is literally when two energy comes together and there's a big reaction. When the reaction is big, the bond strengthens. So the stronger the reaction, the stronger the bond. That's why sometimes when you have that connection with somebody and it's deep and it's emotional and your feelings, the bond is what you call it, the soul tie. The only thing that breaks the soul tie is when you stop reacting. So what do? You stop reacting. When you begin to stop react, the mind releases its grip. The energy releases its grip. When you stop reacting, the energy releases. Because when you don't have a reaction, or when you have a reaction, it strengthens. Hey Tamara, how you doing? When you stop reacting, it loosens the grip because now there's nothing that's keeping you together. The only thing is, some of you are not disciplined enough to not react. And so you live with this for the rest of your life. Emotion is fuel. And indeed, Nanny Puffins, Some of you cannot, you don't have enough discipline to not react. You have to react because you're a puppet. You have to react because you feel like if you don't, you're gonna think that you better than me. If I don't react, you might think that I'm weak. If I listen, be weak. I'm weak all the time. You know how weak I am? Thank you for the gifts. You all know how weak I am? And sometimes, listen, I get it. So I'm a man. Hey Kia, I get it. But sometimes I have to do nothing. Because God knows when I do something, it makes it worse. There's karma created. There's karma upon that. Thank you for the gifts, Empress. We got too much karma already. We got the karma from our past, from our grandparents, from our people who have passed on, the people that gave us life. We got the karma we got karma that's not ours, that's in us. And so we have then we have our own karma from things. We have so much karma that we are burning off, and we can never burn it off because we are always doing something, always feeling something. And you don't understand the soul ties is so crazy because when it comes to soul ties, is that no matter how far away this person is from you, or no matter how much time since they saw you or touched you or since they met you, it doesn't shift. It doesn't change anything. It says that no matter how much time have passed or how much distance is set between you two, the influence is still powerful. They influence you to feel and act and do, and you become a puppet. You hear their voice and you done go a little slow. You see them and you feel funny. You hear their voice and oh my God. It's because they have an influence over you. That's why the law is called the law of psychometric influence. They have an influence over you. They're influencing you to do certain move. When I move, you move. And so when you, and so then since you keep reacting, right, Ashley? Since you're gonna react, what's gonna happen? The bond gets stronger. Oh my God, I can't stand him. Stronger. I hate him. Stronger. It's stronger. It's just, oh. Hey, lovely P, how we doing? Just like that. So you have to be mindful. The cure is relax. The cure is knowing that you are connected. The cure is being aware of what you are doing. The cure is being mindful. You have to be mindful and take the control back. That means this. The cure is, I know this bond is there. But if the more work I do, is the more stronger it gets. The less work I do, is the less when how we release his grip. So I have to be mindful. When he does this or she does this or she says this or she did, and you know that they're gonna say things and do things just to get that, because they have to say things and do things because if they can't leave either. Them two are connected. That's why every time you say, you know what, this is my last time. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm about to separate myself. When they feel your energy shift a little bit, your phone rings. Hey, stranger, what's up? Why are you calling me? I'm just calling you. I just thought about you. In your mind, you're like, in your mind, you're like, you know what? Yes, just yesterday, I was just telling myself I'm moving on. It's a sign. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe he still care. And that's how it works. And that's how you always end up in the same situation. That's the problem. So here's what you have to understand. You have to know. The more knowledge that you have with it, is the better it is to understand. It's just knowledge. It's a knowledge thing. The more wisdom you have, the more you understand. Wisdom. Wisdom. But yeah, the more wisdom you have, is the more you understand. When you think about someone, they pop up on you. Yeah, it's the connection. So you are connected so strong. It's a very strong connection. It's a very powerful connection. So now what you have to do, right? What you must do is when they do something, say something, be something, no reaction. It's called a no reaction challenge. Do nothing. And after a while, See, the first time you do nothing, the first time you do nothing, it will F with you. The second time you do nothing, it will F with your head. They probably think I'm weak. They probably think I'm stupid. They probably don't know who I am. It's gonna mess with your head because you are used to reacting and thinking that it's helping, and it's not helping. The third time you do nothing, the fourth time, the fifth time, you realize it's not that hard. The sixth time, the bond says, well, the bond is like, and you know, the ego don't want to break the bond either. The ego cannot afford the bond to be broken. Do you know why? The ego do not want the bond to be broken because the ego hates change. It hates breakups. It hates when you stop smoking. It hates when you stop drinking. It hates when you break your habits. It hates when you are free. It hates when you are, it hates your freedom. Because when you are free, you have no, guess what? When you are free, you have no labels. When you are free, you have no identity. And therefore, the ego only thrives on identities. So when you become this drunk, or this person and this, or a person and that, it thrives. Yes, I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. But now when you are single and you don't realize you don't know where I'm at. And you know what? When you realize that you don't know, I don't recognize myself. Oh, the ego is like, oh, no. Let's fix this. Let's go back. The ego is what Moses and the Israelites had in the wilderness. It's the ego. When the ego meets something new, the ego cannot take it. Let's just go back to what we know. Let's go back to the old slavery. Let's go back to the old people. Let's go back to Pharaoh. I know he don't like us. I know he don't want us here. I know he don't love us, but it's what we know. And so we are so used to going back to what we know because, well, I don't know what I feel. This is new. I don't recognize here. I'm in this weird space. Oh my God. I think I need healing. It's not healing that you need. Healing is happening. You hear me? It's not healing that you need. Healing is happening. But healing don't feel good. Healing don't feel good when you are addicted to the pain. Healing feels like a stranger. It feels terrible. It feels like you are being betrayed. Because the one frequency is here to purge your system, but you can't accept it because you are used to the distraction. It's a strange place. And so it's taking you 40 years to heal. A journey that was supposed to take 8 days or a week. It's taking you 40 years. Because you are trying to get everything out. There are complete renewal of your mind, just like the wilderness. See, that's where the wilderness takes you. The complete renewal of your mind and your spirit. That's why they had to walk around that damn wilderness for 40 years. They had to get everything out. They had to have everything out. You are trying to have everything out. And it takes so long for you because you are still hold on to it. You are still attached to it. Right, Gina? You are still attached to it. You walking around in circles all day. And that's why you can't leave him or her. You can't. Because your ego is just attached to that person. Both you are attached. When you decide to leave, they come back. They begin to do everything. Do you notice that the moment that you decide, let me see if you understand what I'm saying. Hey Reese, how you doing, girl? Do you all realize that when the moment that you decide to leave? Hey Ashley, you know I had a soldier, name was Ashley Robinson. I don't think that's you, right? Thank you, Cecile. The moment that you decide to leave, okay, they're ready for you. The moment you decide to leave, they come at full power. They know exactly what to do, don't they? Thank you, Nicole. They know exactly. They're coming to do all the good things. They're coming to do all the right things. They're going to do all the things that you ever asked them for. And now they confuse you again. Because your energy begin to pull away from theirs. When they felt your energy begin to separate from theirs, because they can feel. They can feel your energy moving, your spirit. And they begin to bring it back by doing the things because they feel uncomfortable. Their ego can't take you being gone from them. And so they begin to do all the things. Their ego begin to take over. Hey, I'll do everything for you. What do you need? Trust me, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. They know exactly how to get you and how to get you back. But they can't keep you. Did you realize that? Thank you, Kim. Do you notice that? They know some people know exactly how to get you back. But they don't know how to keep you. Think about it. Why is that? Why do you think that is? What's up, AZ? How you doing? Oh, AZ, I'm sorry. Thank you, Kim, for the gifts. They know exactly. Thank you, Pop FTW. Thank you. I'm doing amazing too. They know how to get you back and get you, but they don't know how to keep you at all. As soon as they get you, they're done. The chase is over. They're gonna try and do, but that soul tie, man, that stuff. But how do you break soul ties? You have to just relax, and when you relax, everything will pass. Everything will come to pass. Seriously, everything comes to pass. Yeah, for real, it's real. Everything will come to pass. So I know some of you are right now. I get messages all the time. I get messages all the time in my DM. Kirk is hurt so much. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't. I don't know what's wrong. I need healing. No, you don't need healing. Just relax. We all feel, listen, has anybody not felt that before? I did. You ever felt like you ever felt like, seriously, it's a terrible feeling, isn't it? It's a terrible feeling. When somebody is leaving your system, you currently feeling actually, when somebody leaving your system, it feels terrible. Because I'm telling you, you can feel when somebody's energy is leaving you, and it feels terrible. Hey, how are you doing, Rosellis? Same to you. Have a beautiful evening too. And so on the person's journey, when they're leaving your spirit, the more you fight it, the more you struggle, the more you fight it. The terrible pain, isn't it? The more you fight it, man. Hey, kid, y'all. The more you fight it, the more you fight it, the more you resist it, it just hurts more. It's like you walking through fire and taking a break every so often. It lasts longer. You have to let them exit. The more you can let them exit without responding, without reacting, without being bothered with anger. And yes, it's going to be there naturally. But the more you stop reacting from those emotions, they could make their way out and you will be okay. You feel like you need healing, but that's your healing right there. That's when you begin to heal. Because when they stay, be a chill guy, yeah. Be a chill guy. Be chill about it. Be cool, because you can't stop it. You can only make it hurt so much more. You can only make it hurt more. Some of you make it hurt more. You make it hurt more and more because I need help. What's wrong? You're not answering me. Call me. You're making it hurt more. You got to just relax. Take your hands off of it and let people leave in peace. I need healing. You don't need healing. Listen, I had a conversation with someone just recently. And I think I talked to Miranda about this too. She said, my heart is broken. I said, your heart is not broken. You are disappointed. Isn't it the same thing? No, it's not the same thing. Disappointment comes to everyone with expectations. Heartbreak comes when you resist the truth. And the more you resist, the more your heart hurts. But it's not really your heart, it's your mind that's shifting. Because the mind sees the new version of the truth when you hold on to the same old picture that you once thought that you knew. And so you think that you are feeling in your heart, but it's your mind that keeps you up at night. It's your mind that makes you think and think and think and think and think and think and think. It's your mind that brings memories and make you feel like you lost something. It's your mind that brings up memories that make you cry. It's your mind. And she said, how do I forget him? Why should you forget him? What is the only way I can live? No. The thing is, you can't forget nobody. If somebody have left an impact on your life, you cannot forget them. And you should never try to forget them, because to try to forget somebody is telling the mind, don't think about the monkey. Don't think about the monkey. Don't think about the monkey. To tell the mind to forget that person is like telling the mind, forget about the monkey. Don't think about the monkey. Don't think, don't. And it stays there because you are trying to fight it. The more you fight it, the more it stays. So after the emotion twice. Indeed. And it still don't, see, nobody teaches us this. Some things you cannot forget. If it meant nothing to you, oh, you forget it quick. Hey, a matter of fact, let me ask you the question, right? At 3:02 yesterday, 3:02 p.m., what happened to you? At 3:02 p.m. yesterday, what did you do? Yesterday, what did you do? Do you remember? I bet you don't. You know why? Because it was not damn serious. It wasn't a significant experience. It wasn't something that you reacted to in your spirit. Nothing happened. You were working. That's it. It wasn't that serious. But when something means something to you, you remember, I want you all to understand this. Wait, Miranda, you still there? I want you all to understand this right here. You know what you are trying to fight? You know what you are trying to fight? It's your emotions. Your emotion is the only thing that you are trying to fight. Because without the emotion, that person means nothing to you. Only with the emotion, that person, you used your emotion and painted that person. Creative Roots, long time no see. What's good? Talking to you between 2 and 3 yesterday. Listen, you took your emotions. So informative and real. Thank you, Jesse. Jesse, it's gonna be on my YouTube. So you can just go to my YouTube. My YouTube is Conscious Kirk. Conscious with a K. Conscious Kirk on my YouTube. It's gonna be on Conscious Kirk to watch this video again, because I'm doing YouTube right now too as I do TikTok. You took your emotions. Same to you, Resilience. Thank you so much. You took your emotions and you painted this person. And you painted the person with your emotions, and now you painted the person beautifully. You the one painted them. That person don't look like that for real. That person is not that. You painted them, you used your emotion and you painted them. And now when you painted them, now you are hooked on your painting. You are hooked in your own art. And when you're hooked in your own art, now you think that you can't leave. Don't leave. But it's you remember, it's your emotion that did it. And when you take your emotions back, when you take your power back, they're just a regular person again. I don't care who they are, they're just a regular person. So you're trying to forget the person, you can't. Because the person is not nothing to forget. It's your emotions that you can't control. It's just your emotions that you are trying to stop. And to stop your emotions, you can't try to stop them. Listen, she said, how do I forget him? You can't forget him. I'm sorry. You can't forget him. You can't forget him. You can't forget him. You can't forget the one who abused you. You can't forget the one who disrespected you the most. You can't forget the one who left you in the worst time of your life. You can't forget the one who touched you illegally. You just can't, can you? Because it's not about forget. See, you don't have to forget somebody to move on. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to forget somebody to move on. You don't have to forget nobody to move on. But that's the beautiful part of it. It's beautiful. It's that you have to make space. You can change your perspective. And you got to accept what happened. Thank you, Kajal. And she said, but how do I live with this? You are living with it. Ain't you living with it? How do I move on? You have moved on. Yeah. How do I move on? You have moved on. You have. You have moved on. You woke up the next day and the next day and you ate and you slept and you went to work. You have moved on. You just don't want to accept that you are moving on. You don't want to accept it. The antidote for that is acceptance. You have to learn to accept what is. If you could accept what is, all them things about heartbreak won't happen. I mean, your heart is gonna still. I mean, you know, it's still, whether you love or not, it still hurts. If you love, it hurts. Something gonna hurt. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Seriously, if you love, it's gonna hurt. If you don't, it's gonna hurt. It always hurts. There's always pain involved. Pain always is involved. It's always pain. Some people just don't want to experience the pain. So they think if I stop loving, I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna stop the pain. No, the pain gonna come. The pain's gonna come. How do you fight the pain? Pain's gonna be there. The pain is gonna be there. Hey, Red Spirit Healing, how you doing? But it's not a bad thing, man. We just gotta understand, man. We just gotta understand. This soul tie is what get people. And it's not even a soul tie. It's about people have no discipline. You know, if you have discipline, soul ties is not really a thing. If you have discipline, soul tie is not really a thing, because just because I feel something, it doesn't mean, and I say this all the time, just because I feel something. A person who only listens to their feelings would always be easily influenced. Always. A person who's always in their feelings will always be influenced very easily by everything, by a stranger, by the temperature, by the dogs, by the person who don't even care. If nothing is there, the season influenced them. The shift of the sun, planets, everything is influenced. How do you guard your heart? I love that question. But you're not going to like my answer. How do you guard your heart? How do you guard your heart? I'm going to be honest with you and tell you the real answer. You're not going to like it. You guard your heart by loving more. You guard your heart when you love more. That's how you guard it. Because if you don't use your heart, you have no power in it. It's weak. It's unused. It's miserable. It's soft. If you don't use your heart to love and to trust, your heart is weak. It's weakened. So how do you guard your heart? People, I guard my heart. You guard your heart with love. And I'm not talking about the intimate, that you got to love somebody. I'm talking about create that love there first. Create that love there first. Like, you have to create that love there. I ain't talking about this shitty love that we're talking about doing your hair, doing your nails, doing your fingernails and your eyebrows and your eyelash and cutting your hair and having a haircut and lining yourself up. I'm talking about the love that you go inside and remove the easiest way to get all these things is to have these things first. When you have all this anger and resentment, you attract those more. Right? When you have this anger, resentment, bitterness, you attract that, because energy pulls energy. Energy pulls energy. Energy pulls, is magnetic. These things are pulling. That's why when you go around somebody who is depressed, you feel depressed too. When you go around somebody who's angry, you feel anger too. When you go around somebody who has this vibe, you feel it, because you are pulling it. Anytime that you carry energy, you pull similar vibrational energy. And it doesn't have to be the same exact brand of energy. It's the same frequency of energy. Frequency. Listen, frequency is different, right? Well, Kirk, I'm not a cheat, and I'm not a liar, right? I'm not a bad person. How do I attract these people, these liars and cheaters? You say that you attract what you are, but I'm not a liar and a cheater. Well, how about the frequency that you're in? Do you like yourself? Well, I'm on a journey. I mean, I don't think it. Well, how is your self-worth? I mean, I think it's good, but I'm hurt and I need healing. Well, then, since you are experiencing all those things, your frequency drop to a certain level. And since that person is a cheater and liar, Their frequencies drop a certain level. And you all look at each other. They don't have to be a liar and cheater just like how you don't. And since it dropped to a certain level, you recognize them, they recognize you, and you are always drawn to them. You're always drawn to them. So you don't have to be the same exact character of frequency. It's just on the same vibrational plane, same wavelength. And once you're on the same wavelength, attachment and attraction is formed. That's what happens. That's what happens. It's that simple. But we be thinking, well, it's not true. I don't attract what I am because that's not who I am, but I attract them all the time. Believe it or not, it's not the same exact things. It's about the same exact frequency. Because many of us are on certain frequencies. We haven't forgiven the past. We haven't forgiven our fathers. We haven't forgiven, the last 2 boyfriends, and we have a lot of resentment in our hearts, and that only carries a certain frequency. See that all the resentment and anger, that drops your frequency so low. Hey, Manzi, it drops your frequency so low. It's like listen, check this out. It's like going to school and doing so good. Right? You're doing so good, but you miss like 6 days. And somebody who does so bad and who go to school every day end up both of them failing. Why? Because if you miss certain days of school, you fail. And if you have certain grades, you fail. Same frequency, different habits, different things, different reasons. That's something simple that I just came up with. Is this you both flunk. One is smart, one is dumb, right? One don't come to school and one do. It's the same thing. You both fail. It's in the same vibration according to what the school wants. Peppa said, Jesus Christ is calling me home. Can you answer him for me, please? Thank you. I appreciate it. Detach expectations from people. Stop doing for others in hopes that you will gain in return. Always remember yourself. I'm doing this because I choose to. Indeed, 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 indeed. So that's what, listen, I'm telling you, man, that's what we got to do. We have to understand what we are doing. It's very simple. It's not as hard as we think. Thank you. Good, Tina. I'm good. I mean, I'm glad. It's not as hard as we think. So when we see those things happening, sometimes it's not that you attract exactly what you are in your character, but it's in your frequency. Look and see what you are attracting. Look and see what you attract, and look and see what you are. Which shirt, Yasmin? Which shirt? Can I take a message? I was saying something before this. I was going somewhere before I said this. I totally forgot where I was going. I was going somewhere with the frequency stuff. I think somebody asked me a question. Shoot. Totally forgot where I was going. I was answering a question about frequency. What was I answering? Hey, Sandy Sands, how you doing? Okay, Yasmina. Same frequency for different reasons. It's a sliding scale. It's hot and cold, like light and dark, and they are in the same frequency. Light will attract cold. It will attract dark, even if it's opposite of the light. Indeed, 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 indeed. Hey, Vanessa. Yes, Rina. How to protect your heart. Thank you. How to protect your heart. The way how to protect our hearts, honestly, is by loving, man. We have to love. We have to love when nobody is there. And when people come, you realize it's not a big deal to love them. Some of you don't want to love people when they come because you're scared. Because if they leave, the source of love is gone. And so it's easier to love before they come. So when they leave, you don't have to mind not loving. When you can do that, your love is real. And you can't do that, your love is emotional. And many of us, unfortunately, our love is based on emotional levels, emotional love. See, love, when love is there before, then it's not based on people. You protect your heart when you love and when you trust. The reason why you're trying to protect your heart is because you don't love and you don't trust. And so something is off. The only way to gain the muscle to get stronger is to use it. So asking God for answers and your life came. Well, thank you, Jesse. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. And love is this thing. And I talk about it, but I don't think it's understood. And the love that I'm talking about is to be present and mindful. To be present. And when you are present, be honest with yourself. And be honest. Seriously, be honest. What's honest? Honest is nobody is messing with me right now. I'm here alone. That's honest. That's the present truth. Nobody's messing with me right now. I'm here alone. That's honesty. Number two, I can relax my body if I want to. And I can, so I'll relax my body. Nobody's here to stop me. Number three, go in a space of breath. When you are inhaling and using this life to manipulate your body. Bring it in, let your body go where it's going. Send it out, let your body relax. And when you can do this, when you start to lengthen your breath, the body begins to relax. And when the body begins to relax, the mind slows down. And in that moment, you realize how peaceful this really is. And in that moment, pleasure begins to come to your body. Listen to what I'm saying. Pleasure begins to come to your body. It's peace. Your feeling becomes unpleasurable. Your own feeling. Because nothing is messing with you. You are in a space of pure relaxation. The mind stops messing with you because now your body is relaxed. So your mind is not on a frequency that's making you feel guilty, making you feel angry, making you feel bad. The mind is just keeping you in the same space. And then love begins to happen. Love begins to be expressed from within you because you begin to go to access to that love. See, when your body is relaxed, you have a better access to the love that you have stored within you. When your body can be relaxed and your mind can slow down, you have better access to the love within you because it's always been there. And so when you connect to that love that you have within you, without nobody else present, without nothing else present, when you can connect to that love, your heart begins to be functioning properly. And as your heart begins to function properly, it begins to get stronger. And when it begins stronger, that's how you protect it. The more you love, the stronger it gets. The problem is, if you don't love enough, here's where we get it messed up. I want you to listen closely. When love becomes a special occasion thing, it doesn't work. Let me say it again. If love becomes a special occasional thing, there's no self-love and love differently. There's no difference between self-love and external love. It's the same love. It's the same thing. It's like water. The water in you, water outside of you is the same thing. There's no difference between love and self-love and all these things. There's no difference. Self-love is the same as love on the outside. Same as love is in intimacy. Same as love is the same thing. There's no difference. I think we use a different terminology just because we don't understand. We think it's different. What you give in the inside, you will give on the outside. What you have on the inside is all you can give. What you have on the inside is all you got to give. So whether it's self-love or not, it's the same love that you give to everybody else. It's the same thing. There's nothing different. I don't have self-love for me and a different love for you. I can't. I don't have that. I don't have that capability to have two different types of love. I can't. We gotta be careful with this love. This self-love that we talk about is very destructive. This self-love that we talk about is very destructive because a lot of times we mention self-love in a very toxic way. we talk about self-love. It's a very destructive way. I love myself, but I'm mean to everyone else. That's not self-love. That's some self-denial. Love is fluent, indeed. When does it seem strong? Why does it seem stronger when you are projecting? Because you're never present. So you can only feel something when it's happening, right? The reason why it feels stronger when it's projecting is because when you are still, you're not paying attention to it. You're not going in. You're only focused on the outside. See, when a person is only focused on the outside, they can feel the love go. But if you listen, you know how much stuff is happening to us right now? Or in us? Let me tell you. Your heart is beating. That's very loud. Your blood is flowing. That's noise. Your kidneys, your liver, everything is moving. Your brain is functioning. Your heart is... Your breath is so much noise. Can you hear it? Nope. Are you even aware of it? Probably not. Because you're never present. You never paying attention to it. There's so much stuff happening to us right now, but we're not paying attention to. We never pay attention to. So until it leaves, until we get sick, until our body feels weird, until our legs start to hurt, that's when we feel it or we acknowledge it because it shows up on the outside. Pain shows up on the outside. Oh my God, I'm in pain. But you never realized that the energy that you was carrying for this longest time was blocking it and you was holding on to it, but you didn't pay attention to it. We didn't see when our breath changed and when breath was restricted and not flowing to our stomach, and we didn't pay attention to it. So now, when it comes on the outside is when we project. Our body's busy, right? Hey, Empress. And so that's why it's obvious when you project it. So when we give somebody love, oh, I love. But if you just sit still and recognize what's going on inside of you, you will connect to it the same way. You will feel, it will feel the same way. It will feel so marvelous. Have you ever sat down by yourself? Hey, Empress. Hey, Queen K. Check this out. Some of y'all can feel me, and some of y'all won't. Some of y'all get it, some of y'all don't get it. Have you ever sat by yourself one day and experienced gratitude? Have you? Experienced gratitude. And it brought tears to your eyes. How blessed you were. Yeah. But when you are not focused on gratitude, do you realize how blessed you are sometimes? Do you feel that energy? What's up, Oshang? How are you doing? When you're not focused on it, when you're not intentional, do you still feel how blessed you are sometimes? Probably not. So you can feel when the energy is flowing outside of you, but you can't feel when it's flowing inside of you. So we gotta pay attention. If we stay on the inside, listen, love happens naturally. We don't have to do anything for it. It's already there. It's being there. See what I'm saying? It's been there for the longest time. But the moment we begin to experience love on the inside, we are, like I was saying, we are making love an occasional thing. If you go to the beach once in your lifetime, that weather better be good. The condition better be good. What's up, Kamani? How you doing? Listen, the temperature better be perfect. The sun better be just right. And the water better be just perfect because it's the only time I'm going. So it has to be the best condition. But now if you want that one time and it rained, oh Lord. If the water is kind of brown and dirty, oh, it ruins your entire year, don't it? Because it's a big, if you make love a big deal and you'll do it once a lifetime, it's a big deal. So I don't want to do it again. I will never do it again because you make it into a big deal. Do you get what I'm saying? You make it into a big deal. It's not that deep. Yet it is at the same time. But it's not that deep. But yet it's very deep at the same time, but it's not that deep. You get what I'm saying? It is not that deep. Because if you do it so often, can I ask you a question? Has anybody been divorced more than twice in here? Or married more than twice or three times? Anybody? Has anybody been married three times? Two? Or should I say divorced more than twice? Good. lifted. Do you remember the first time that you got divorced? You thought that you could never go through it. When you got divorced the first time, you thought that you could never get through it. You thought that you could never get through it. Oh, I can't. This is the hardest thing. And then the second one, the second divorce wasn't that hard, was it? Because you know that you're going to be okay. You know you are perfectly fine. You know that when you come out, you're going to be just perfectly good enough. You didn't lose anything. It's how, but if the first time that you did it, you're going to screw with your mind. You see, if you only love once in your life or one time when it becomes a very strong occasion and it has to be perfect in every way, and if it's not, it will ruin your life. But if you love every day, if you love every single day, it's not a big deal. Yet it is a huge deal because your frequency will be high. Your fear will be very minimal. Insecurities will be very minimal. All these other emotions will be very minimal if you love every single day. This is why even God said, or Christ said, love everybody. You know, if you do what Christ said, he says, love your neighbors as you love yourself. You know how many neighbors you got? Y'all not hearing me. You know how much neighbors you got? Yeah, lifted. If you spend time really doing what Christ said to do, if you really spend time doing what Christ said to do, if you really spend time doing what Christ said to do, love everyone as you love yourself, you will spend time loving everyone. And when you can love that often and love that much, you realize that you have so much love within you. And so you're not afraid when people walk away or go on because the love is still there because it was there before that person came. See, when love has to be there before anybody comes. And when love is there before anybody comes, your love is protected. You protected your heart. Your heart is protected. That's how you protect it. Because if somebody walk away, if somebody leaves, nothing happens. Because the heart is strong. The heart is working. It is powerful. You have trust. You have love. So it's always flowing. Therefore, nothing changes. Nothing leaves you because you stay love. If you stay in the gym, you ain't got to get ready for anything else. That's why I stay in the gym every single. I go to the gym 7 days a week. So when I'm ready to do something, I'm able. But if you go to the gym one time, what happens when you go to the gym one time a year? What happens when you go to the gym one time a year? Anybody? If you go to the gym one time a year and do squats, what do you think happens every time of that year when you went to do squats? Thank you, Speedy. You don't even go. You get sore it hurts every single time. And you hate going. Even that you go one time, you hate it. Before you go that one time in that year, you think about it, oh my God. You anticipate it. You can't stand it. Even though I'm going to go once, I can know after this, it's gonna be painful. You sore for 5 days. You be sore for like a week. You can't sit. You can't take you can't poop on the toilet. You can't sit down and pee. It's just your legs, your ass, everything is sore. You can't sit down. And you only one time you went. But it's a big deal, isn't it? It's a huge deal. Now, what if you go every day? You think it's that big of a deal? Think about it. What if you go every day? Do you think it's that big of a deal? The soreness is like, I'm used to the soreness. You get used to the soreness. You get used to the feeling. You get used to the days when you don't feel motivated. You get used to it. People be like, Kirk, how you stay motivated? You think I am? Hey, Cosmos, how you doing? You think I'm motivated to go to the gym? I'm not motivated to go to the gym. I just go. I don't worry about motivation. You think I worry about motivation to go? I don't worry. I'm not motivated to go to the gym. I'm never motivated to go to the gym. Never. I just go because it's what I do. I'm doing amazing to Cosmos. I'm doing amazing. It's good for moods too. Thankful for it because otherwise, why did I come here to have this life to overcome a divorce challenge? Yeah, you cannot make these things a big deal. You can't make love a big deal. It's something that you have to do on a regular basis. And the more I go to the gym is the more I get stronger. Same. The more you love is the more your heart gets stronger. Is the more your heart is protected. Is the more your heart is functional. Listen, someone said this one thing that blew my mind years ago before I came to this space. He said, you cannot pretend you can't protect your heart by acting like you don't have one. I was like, wait, say it again, say that again, say that again, say that again. The divorce won't fear it was an code that may have to break about not divorce not happening to them. They had to see themselves differently than who they believe themselves to be. Indeed. Say it again, Kimoni. It says you cannot protect your heart by acting like you don't have one. Don't know what it is. What are you doing, Olisa? Someone goes out of their way to try to make you dislike them. That love you have for them is different. You cannot protect your heart by acting like you don't have one. The only way to protect your heart is to actually put it in use. You can build your biceps by putting it to use. You build your leg muscle by putting it to use, by working it out. You know what builds a strong heart? Love and trust, empathy, and compassion. Those things work great. You want a strong heart? As a matter of fact, let me show you how. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I have a few clients sometimes that their blood pressure is very high. And what I do, I guide them in some meditation just by bringing them inside, perspective-wise. In a couple weeks, a couple days later, their heart rate just goes down. Just go down. But I do heart meditation and they go down. Because a lot of times you're doing so much, you're so angry, you're so bitter, and you want to remove the love that you have there for people. And when you remove that love, the blood pressure changes. The blood pressure changes, your chest hurts. It really does. Love too hard and man, listen, it's not about loving too hard. We don't love too hard. We only love. You can't love hard. You can only love. You know what I'm saying? You can only love. But a lot of times we can attach hard. We can become codependent hard. Yeah. We don't really love hard. We become... Indeed, if somebody trigger you, they can control you. That's exactly what it is. Teach my grandson love. He learned to love and things with me. Yeah. It's not that we love hard. There's no love hard, you know. The Bible says, for God so loved the world. He didn't say he loved the world with all his heart. Love hard the world. It says, for God so loved the world. He used the same word, love. There's nowhere in the Bible there's a love more and love most and love hard. You see what I'm saying? No, feelings is different because love is not feelings. Yet it includes your feelings too, but the feelings is what confuses us. These feelings that we have is just a program. It's what we know. It's what we've been doing. And a lot of times these feelings is based on how we attach. Because once you attach, your feelings are disrupted. Your feelings are completely, you lose control. Once you attach, you lose control. Right? Once you attach, you lose control. Now you have no choice. Because attachment states that if I'm attached to this, wherever this goes, it takes me. Think about it. If I'm attached to something, let's say this is me and this is something. If I'm attached, wherever it goes, I go. And so your feelings are always in the motion. Your feelings are always moving. And so then we begin to think that we love hard because our feelings are up and down. And it goes really up and really down. And we are being moved and tossed around. And that's because we are attached. Now, when I love, my love is, I'm here and you're here. When I love, I'm still right here. I'm here. You are here. When I love, I'm still right here. You're not taking me everywhere because I'm right here. Because when I love, the thing is, when I love, love is happening within me. When I attached, it's happening within you. Let's go deeper. Come on, come on. Let's understand this. When I love, you see what you remember? Do you remember what I said? If you can love first before anybody comes in the picture, it's happening within you. It's not an emotional love. When I love, it's happening within me. When I attach, it's happening within that other thing, that person, this person. So when that move, I move. When I love, love is happening within me. So therefore, protection is there, understanding, compassion, peace, happiness, and joy. So when I love, I have all these things. When I attach, it doesn't, it goes away. When I attach, the love goes away because that's not what the focus is. It feels the same as love, but it's not compassion, no understanding, there's no self-control, there's no discipline there. True or false? That's why I'm tired. I can't help it because there's no discipline. There's no balance there. It's just because you are attached, so you have no control of yourself. You are gone. But when I love on the inside, what's happening with me is pleasure. It's understanding. It's a connection to the, we say God is love, right? I hear people say God is love. Well, if God is love, when I love, I become God, right? I am God. If 1 + 2 is 3, then 2 + 1 is 3. If God is love and I get into the frequency of love, then that means there's God there. And when God is there, you're not stupid. Come on now, let's talk about it. We say God is love. It's the same word that we use. God is love. So when I enter into the house of love, then I am in God. If I am in God, I'm not stupid. I got boundaries. God has boundaries. Don't listen. Don't God have boundaries? Hey, Susan, don't God have boundaries? The God that we worship, the one that we in the Bible, the one that you don't he have boundaries? Don't he have boundaries? He said, "Oh wait, so you're gonna sin? So wait. So you're gonna eat this fruit of knowledge?" And I told you, don't wait. Adam, come here. Where you at, Adam? So you're gonna still, so you're gonna overstep my boundaries and think that you're gonna still live here? You're gonna live here in my garden that I created? Oh no. You gotta get out. Take your woman with you. Take your dog, your sheep, take it all. Go outside. It's boundaries there. It's always boundaries. Imagine if God had no boundaries. Oh, Lord. Imagine if God has no boundaries. But again, I'm just going by that sentence. God is love. If God is love, then when we love, we become like God. Thank you for the thank you for the gift. And since we become like God, what will God do? God won't be acting the ass. You know what I mean? Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the roses. God won't be acting the ass, acting the fool, talking about because I love him. Hey, God said, I love you, but listen, you're going to go to hell. That's what God said. God said, I love you, but you're going to hell. I mean, I love you and everything, right? But matter of fact, you know what? God said, listen, I was reading this morning in my what do you call it? I don't know what I call it. When I was studying this morning, I was reading Genesis chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That was my reading this morning, and a few parts in the books. I forget where I was going with that. In Genesis, he said, listen, I made man, but it grieved my heart to see how men became. He said, the sons of God and the daughters of men are coming together. But the ways of these wicked men, evil is set on this earth. And it grieved my heart. And I will destroy everything. Ain't that what he said? Hey, BLJ. He said, I will destroy I love, listen, I created it, but I'm going to wipe everything out. And I'm going to only, Noah, you good? I'm going to trust you. You and your wife and your 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Y'all don't know I read the Bible. Y'all don't know I read this. Y'all don't think I'm a... Y'all don't know that I read this. I studied this book, huh? Y'all be thinking I'll be just be talking out of my neck. Y'all think I'll be talking out of my neck. Listen, my Bible is right here, man. And you see where he's at? I didn't even have to open it. What is it at? Genesis chapter, what is it? 8, 6, 8. See, right here. I didn't have to open it. This is what I do, by the way. I study. And I study so I can speak. Actually, I study so I can get it, internalize it, understand it, and then when it's time to speak on it, I'm ready. Not to compete or debate, just to, just to bring it full, you know what I'm talking about. But I read about 3 books every morning. I was crossing boundaries when she kept asking Samson the source of his... Indeed. Listen, man, we have to understand, man. We have to understand. When it comes to love, man, we have to have boundaries. We live without God's word. Indeed. We have to set boundaries, man. We have to have boundaries. And so when you have boundaries, it's how you protect yourself from going out too far, from misbehaving, from leaving yourself, from leaving the God that you have, which is love. Because when love is within you, I'm telling you, boundaries and respect. A matter of fact, yeah, Queen K, I read different books. I read different books just to put it into practice. Indeed. Yeah, I read different books because and then I meditate. The books, the 3 books that I'm reading right now, I just dropped one, is this, The Power of Awareness. And then Miranda gave me this beautiful book. Miranda sent me this book. Then it's called Wild at Heart. This book right here is powerful, man. I don't know where she got it from, but she got this book. I've been reading all from those books, and then my Bible. I use these to confirm a lot of things. I use the Bible to confirm a lot of things that because when I wake up in the morning, but I also read different books too. But I read about 3 to 4 books every morning. Not full books, just parts of some books, just to have certain things. So that's what I do, okay? That's what I do. Because you open up your mind to places. I like my mind being at places, and I bring it back because I'm done. When I'm done in the hour and 15 minutes, I'm done. I bring it back. I go wake up my kids for school. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, listen. My friends, people send me books. I've been sent some books lately, and I appreciate you guys, man. The authors, The Wild at Heart is, what's it called? John Eldridge. A matter of fact, this is the book where I... Did you all see my video or my live about the woman and the dragon? Have you all seen that one? The one I posted a live yesterday named the Woman and the Dragon, and it was is on Facebook. I mean, it's not Facebook. It's on YouTube. The Woman and the Dragon came from this book. A part of this book. Yeah. So this one came from this book. I just put it in a way that you can relate to me. You know what I mean? That you can relate to. And then The Power of Awareness is by Neville Goddard. This is one of my favorite authors, Neville Goddard. Very great book. Yeah, yes, Speedy. I'm scared. No, why are you scared? Y'all should check it out. It's on my YouTube. It's two parts: The Woman and the Dragon, part one and part two. It's pretty good knowledge. Um, Thank you, Janet. Thank you. But yeah, man. But listen, man. And I speak like this, and that's because the only reason why I speak the way I speak is because I do exactly what I speak. And if I didn't do it, I wouldn't speak it because it wouldn't make sense to me. I wouldn't know how to do it or what to say and how to say it or how to relate to you guys with these things. Like this year, I go, yeah. Hey, Southern girl. Middle of watching it when this live. Oh, okay. You said that one was good too, right? I'm glad. I'm glad. Um, the more knowledge you have, is the better it is. Sometimes, but not really, because the more knowledge you have brings destruction. And when I realized that this morning, I mean I knew it, but this morning when I was reading the Bible, I think I missed a word before when I was reading Genesis. I think I missed the word in Genesis a couple times because sometimes you read it and you only read what you already think that you already know. Oh, good, Miss Virgo. I'm good. I mean, glad. I'm glad. Oh, thank you, Queen K. Um, you know what? I learned a couple things today, just from Genesis, which I knew before, but it put me into different perspective. Give me 1 second. So I was reading Genesis chapter 3. Genesis 3, verse 1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, which God had said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die." And when I was reading this, I was thinking, and the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. You shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was now we've all read this story before. I mean, we all read it. Verse 7 says, "And the eyes of them were both opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons." And for the longest while, I thought this book was talking about the fruit. We mentioned apples, and was it an apple? Was it weed? There's a word that I want to find. Oh God, said unto the serpent, because I can't find the word I'm looking for. Um, because my brain is thinking, but if thoughts are from brain, how do you know the brain is thinking about the thoughts not being true? I don't know if you're talking real or you being funny. But listen though, I'm not gonna go into that right now, okay? Um, the fruit was a certain knowledge. The fruit, listen, is knowledge, man. Knowledge is not the greatest thing. Knowledge can whoop your butt. Knowledge could destroy us. Knowledge is what destroys us, actually. Knowledge destroys us more than anything else. The more knowledge you have, and knowledge is not good or bad. I think once you have knowledge of yourself, whether true or not, it can mess with you, right? It's a gift and a curse. Because once you hear something about yourself, and you know, the thing about this right here is that just like how a child learns knowledge, if you tell, you know, is what we do. My video was really, this live, I wanted to be on how some people keep you trapped and they use knowledge to keep you trapped. But it's not the knowledge that they give you, it's the knowledge that you take from them. Because you take knowledge from everything. You take a perspective from everything. Your own perception is taken from everything. And it's not right or wrong, but it's what you take. And many of us take and take and take, and we feed ourselves all this knowledge from the tree of good and evil, and we begin to punish ourselves because of this knowledge. We begin to feel stuck. We begin to feel like we're not worthy. We begin to feel like we are not enough. Why? Because of knowledge. Do you know that? It's why we hid ourselves, it's why we hide ourselves. It's because of knowledge. So what I was telling you earlier in the beginning of this video was this is why you have to be careful in the company that you are in, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's somebody that you are dating, whether it's somebody that you're with or married to, because you will gain knowledge from those people, especially when somebody don't want to be with you anymore. You will gain knowledge of yourself, but the knowledge that you're going to gain, sometimes you feel like you are not deserving, right? You're going to feel like you are not good enough. You're going to feel like you are a terrible person. You're going to feel like you ain't nothing. And when you carry on, when you bite that damn fruit of that knowledge, it begins to grow a bunch of the seeds begin to fall off in your mind or in your brain, and it begin to grow more trees and more fruit trees, and you begin to eat those fruits, and it starts a destructive lifestyle. So many of us, the knowledge that you are receiving is hurting us. We have to learn how to or what to do with knowledge. Many of us have a lot of knowledge. We have so much knowledge, but it doesn't do anything for us. What would you do if you had so much knowledge to deal with? You know, one thing I know, man, I know that knowledge is not really a thing. I think wisdom is the understanding to take away all those damn knowledge that we put in. I think wisdom is literally like removing that knowledge, because a lot of those knowledge is useless. A lot of that stuff that we take in is useless and is destructive, and it destroys our life. Seriously. It destroys our life. It destroys our perception. You know, we take so much knowledge, right? And it's like, you know, fierce. Oh man, I wanted to bring something up. But anyway, hey, listen, let me get off of here, right? Because it's 11:30. I didn't know it was this dang late. I've been on here for an hour and 44 minutes, and you all hear me talking, and you all didn't even tell me to be quiet. So listen, thank you all for watching, man, and thank you all for being here. Let me get off of here. Let me lay down. I'm hungry, but I ain't gonna eat, because if I eat, it's too late. Because I think I spoke too much. Wisdom is vital. Go and study military wisdom and how they move in the battleground to win the war. Yes, man. You all have a beautiful rest. Have a good night. I hope you all had a. I hope you all had a great Valentine. I hope you all had some. No, I don't drink milk. Now, Miss Virgo. Now what you can control. Yeah. Feel the force holding back too. You all be blessed, all right? You all be good. I hope you guys take some things of what I said, and if not, I hope you take something anyways from what you bring to your table. I love you guys, all right? You all be safe and you all be good. All right, Gerald, you all, hey, you all be good, man. You all peace. You all take care of yourself.